man? Doing good.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was hectic for you to find that spot, huh?
Yeah, totally.
I can't blame you.
I'm glad just to walk away from the carnival for a little while.
Carnival. Yeah, man. Yeah, so what I said in the voicemail is just going to be a few quick questions, probably 7 minutes the most.
No problem.
Yep. To start this all off, I noticed that you have like a remix contest on your website for Roblox Will Break Your Heart, one of your lead singles. What was the craziest video you've seen, and tell us the contest, what the contest entails.
Well, it's just like a remix for the song, actually. The craziest video as far as the craziest, you mean like the craziest remix that
Yeah.
somebody sent in?
I've seen a few pretty good ones.
Yeah, there's been some good ones. I don't know, like I just think it's just crazy to listen to. I'm glad we got the opportunity to. I always wanted to have a remix song, which is awesome.
It is pretty cool. I saw that like really big one that was like on the top. That was an awesome one.
That was I mean, like most of it's just been song remixes. The video though, the main like animated video, that was made by this guy Michael Sieben, who lives in Austin, and he's a really awesome artist that we've liked for a really long time, and he's like been on the cover of Juxtapose and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
We were super stoked that we got him. He did it all out of I don't know, like little cutout pieces of paper that were kind of static, and then it was all kind of done like through, I don't know, computer manipulation. I don't understand any of it.
Yeah, I can't blame you for that.
Enjoy it.
To get into music work, Underneath the Owl was your most recent release from November of last year, I believe, right?
Yeah. It came out a year ago, February.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not last February, but the February before that, so about a year and a half now.
Oh, wow. Are you in the works at all with writing a new album? Because I know that you're touring a lot.
Yeah, well, originally the plan was, we've been writing a little bit. We're playing like a couple new songs live here and there.
Mm-hmm.
And the plan was to finish Warped Tour and then go right into like writing and try and record something by the end of the year. But then really kind of out of nowhere, we got offered this Canadian tour with Pennywise right after this tour. And we're like, oh, that'll be cool, let's do that. And then we got offered Riot Fest in Chicago, and then we kind of made friends with the Flatliners, so we're trying to book some dates around that. And then
amazing
we got offered,
band.
like a month in Europe with Black Pacific and Sum 41 on the East Pack tour. So it was like, I guess push back writing until next year, because all the tours just seem really good. And so I'm glad we're doing them, but it's kind of a weird, like, I guess we'll kind of try and write one side when we're on the road, but it's kind of hard to
it is very hard to write.
It's kind of, I do my best stuff in my underwear in my room, sitting on the edge of my bed.
Something that I always wondered from you guys, like one of the things, like, because you guys have like such an amazing stage presence when you perform, describe your first show that you ever did with the Riverboat Gamblers.
Oh man, it was a house show, and yeah, it was definitely just people playing on the floor on the stage level, and I think it definitely was a fetal point. Like it was kind of feeling out where it was going to go. It's kind of definitely changed and evolved quite a bit over the years. It's still evolving, but I think it may have been a little bit more laid back. Like I think it was one of those things where you kind of grew into like, wow, being more energetic the better. It took a couple months, like a year before it kind of became a little bit more of what it is, and started trying new stuff like that.
Gotcha, man. I saw some of the photos on your website from the first day of Warped Tour. I saw all the head wounds that you got from the show. Can you explain exactly what happened?
Yeah, there's just like the stage we're playing has this little awning, and I was kind of back on the drum riser, and I jumped off and just like nailed my head on it, and it just kind of gushed blood. It probably looked a lot worse than it actually was. But then since then, I just have managed to like ridiculously hit that same bump over and over again. So there's
oh my god,
it's been a month now, and it just won't go down because I just managed to figure out a new thing to bump it on like every 2 days.
That reminded me of that shot of Iggy Pop back in the day when he had the glass over his chest.
Oh yeah.
That was a crazy photo.
Yeah.
Now here's a random but funny Warped Tour question. I know it's close to impossible to take showers on Warped Tour, stating the obvious, of course.
Yeah.
If you had to,
really hard. The showering situation on this tour is very difficult.
If you had to ask a celebrity who'd you ask to use their shower, who would you pick and why?
If I ask that question again?
If you had to ask a celebrity to use their shower, who would it be and why?
I would say Kirstie Alley, because I'm sure it's a very big, huge shower, and she probably has all kinds of weird oils. It's like a shower for fat people that I can really relax in. I'm sure she's probably got some food sitting next to it, because I'm sure she eats in the shower. and there's probably a big TV next to you. So I'll go Kirstie Alley.
Yeah, awesome, man. Now, you were talking about this earlier. You're going on after Warped Tour. You're going on tour with Pennywise for the Canadian tour. How do you think it will be different, like connecting with them, like other than Warped Tour? Because I know Warped Tour is a little bit more hectic to like really connect with bands, but like with a tour like this, you have a little bit more time.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, we're definitely a lot more used to like that kind of touring and stuff. But I actually hung out with the Pennywise guys the other night on the bus, and we kind of just getting to know them and stuff. But it's just definitely a lot more laid back, and there's not so much noise coming from every angle all the time. There's just less people, and it's not as it kind of feels like on Warped Tour that like, I mean, not only with the heat and being outside all the time, there's 1,000 TVs turned to 1,000 different channels on full blast in every direction. So, even when you're kind of winding down at the end of the night, it's still like, I think your brain's a little bit scrambled from just like being out in it all day. So I think, I don't know, it'll be more human-like, I think, once we're not on this tour and even on a regular tour.
Another thing that we were talking about earlier was Riot Fest in Chicago. Seeing some of the bands on the bill, for example, like Bad Religion and a few others, who and how have they influenced you, like in your playing of music?
I mean, definitely. Especially Foddy's like a huge Bad Religion fan, and I think learned a lot of its rock riffs and stuff from Bad Religion. And then it was kind of funny because we went and covered a Bad Religion song on our day off the other day for a compilation that Spin is going to put out. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like I sometimes I kind of have to step back and realize like we've gotten to play with so many we've gotten to play with like X and Rollins and the Dictators and we did this like MC5 reunion tour.
Oh my god, I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like it was just like I can't believe sometimes I have to step back and go like, hey, this is pretty, even though we're not like the top selling bands on
seriously.
tour or anything else. It's like we've had a pretty amazing run and experience, and it just kind of keeps going. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's real awesome, especially when you get to meet like a band that you've not necessarily idolized, but just really respected and looked up to, and especially when they end up being cool guys, and then this even more when you end up being friends with them. Like it's super rewarding.
Yeah. As a very quick follow-up question, as the last question, since with MC5 and everything, has Wayne Kramer actually influenced like your frontman skills, like what you do on stage?
Yeah, definitely. I remember like watching like some of the old like it's not even video, but like the Super 8 footage and stuff of MC5 and just how crazy, and some of it's even like sped up, but just I think like especially just how crazy they were and just how like animated they were, and then definitely like in the music, like the whole like I think that's something where we try and do, especially live, and have done on records here and there. But like the fact that like the gang vocals, I think it's specifically with MC5, like there's just dudes in the background, like, and just that kind of like energy that they were bringing to the songs and stuff like that. And like the gang vocals are really like gang vocals. It's not like a bunch of guys who are like, and not that there's anything wrong with harmonies. I like harmonies and stuff, but like MC5 gang vocals are like gang. It just sounds like a gang of like dudes like belting it out, And it's like I think they're all in key and everything, but like pitch and key and being perfectly on isn't the important thing. The fact that one dude's kind of further back from the mic, or maybe somebody's like voice is blown out, like it just adds to it. It just makes it better. Mm-hmm. And that's something that's like but it always seemed like listening to MC5, it sounded in live shows, like live recordings, it sounds like it was the raddest show ever. So
definitely,
like, you imagine that in your head and then try and emulate that energy out to the what we're doing.
Awesome, man. Yep, that pretty much wraps up the Broken Records magazine interview, and thank you so much for doing this, man.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yep, so I guess I'll see you soon, and I'll talk to you later.
All right, man, take care.
Take care, man.